Richician of Team Sorcerers here, and welcome to a top 10 video. None of us have done one of these for a while. I certainly haven't done one on here for 3 years. But yeah, in this video I'm going to be counting down my top 10 favourite hand traps. There's a couple of reasons I'm doing this. Now I know a while ago, one reason, it was just 6 before, and I decided on 4 others since then. And the other reason is there seems to be this misconception from someone that I seem to hate hand traps, because obviously I've been hating a lot on Ash Blossom, Drawlin Lockbird, Dimension Shifter, DD Crow and the Bestials. But yeah, the statement of me hating hand traps just simply isn't true. I mean those ones that I just said are annoying, but that doesn't mean I hate all hand traps. I mean, there are that I genuinely do like, including this top 10 favourite list. So let's just get right into it. Number 10, Effect Veiler. Yeah, a really great card. Just a very simple monster effect negate, even though it only works in the opponent's main phase. Level 1 tuner, which can add on that 1 extra level for a synchro play. It's a light, making it chaos food. Hell, even light ray food, I guess. I mean, I don't know why I never thought to put this in my light ray deck. Maybe that could be an idea for a Dark Magic couple as well, unless he thought of it already. So yeah, it's got lots of uses. Really is a great card. But the reason why it's at the bottom is because it's also a love-hate card of mine. So I like using it myself, but I really, really fucking hate it when it's used against me. Like, when it's used against me, it's just so fucking infuriating. Like, whether I'm trying to use something like Strathlos, Magician's Rod, Rainbow Neos, Goblinberg, I don't know. But yeah, things like that to try and deck thin and get plays rolling, and then this just outright stops me. So annoying. So yeah, it's only fun when I use it. I may sound like I'm joking, but yeah, it's funny because it's true, and it's not even funny. Number 9, Gauze, the Emissary of Darkness. Another really amazing card. Though I must admit, it was something that threw me off, like in the earlier days of when we had it, like on the old World Championship DS games, and even in the sort of early to mid 5Ds era, where I'd attack and it would be dropped. I was like, oh no, didn't see that coming. But yeah, it's just really incredible. And then I started playing it myself, and it proved to be such a big help in whatever deck I'd play it in. Just having a beefy token really helps. The other effect hardly ever comes up though. In fact, I only remember 2 occasions where it did come up. The one time being a game where Neo Nexodus actually used it against me, because I was using my own Red Eyes Black Dragon deck against him. I burnt him with Inferno Fire Blast. He then summoned it and did damage to me. And then there was also a tag team game that I remember winning because of Gauls. Because one of the opponents did damage to us with the effect of Volcasaurus, but luckily, because neither of us had a card on the field, I was able to drop Gauls and take the win through that way. So, yeah, really great. Although, it did... There would be occasions where... annoying occasions where people would see it coming if they tried to attack with everything. You probably might have seen this happen, I don't know, but yeah, an opponent would get a few monsters out, push them all forward like that and be like, attack with everything, and then I'd be like, hold on, who are you attacking with first? And then, you know, if they see Gauls coming, which would be more likely, then they then pick up on the fact that I have it, and then try playing around it, even by attacking with weaker monsters first. I know generally that's good practice if you're anticipating a Gauls, because you don't want to attack with the strongest one first, then have Gauls dropped and left with a beefy token that you can't get over. But then again, if you've got a bunch of monsters with more than 2700 attack, I guess it doesn't matter, but otherwise, yeah, it can be a bit annoying. I mean, they could even just attack with the weaker monster and then just end their turn, therefore denying me a chance to drop it. So, yeah, it's really fucking annoying, but just in general, like, you shouldn't even be doing that anyway. Just pushing all your monsters forward and say, attack with everything. You know, because you're supposed to declare one attack at a time. I mean, I know Gauls doesn't get played nowadays, but, you know, it still matters. I mean, there could be anything in the hand, like Magikaribo, for instance. You know, the same thing applies to that. Number 8, Ghost Reaper and Winter Cherries. Yeah, a card I grew an instant liking to when I read what it did. Because, yeah, there were a lot of extra-deck monsters that I just hate with a passion. Like, even before Shining Victories came out, so I was like, so I can use this to get rid of the likes of Cyber Dragon Infinity, Odd Eyes Vortex Dragon, and Gladiator Beast Heraclinos. Okay, sure, let's do it. So I tried to get a load of these, and from prize packs I got for winning that tag team tournament, I actually pulled a Ghost Reaper. I don't know if I still have it or not. I don't think I do, along with the other two which made up my original playset. So yeah, this became an instant side deck card that I started running, you know, just to specifically get rid of those monsters if certain matchups came up. It would also be great against Burning Abyss or PK Fire, because the idea was if you get rid of Dante, then they're fucked and can't really do anything, and even can't go into Beatrice. But but I wasn't as worried about Burning Abyss as PK Fire and anything that ran those other extra deck monsters. And it was part of my side deck for quite a long time. I even ended up using it against ABCs and Paleozoic Frog much later on, even though the chance to use her didn't come up as much as I would have liked. But still, like, a big favourite of mine, which I would have gladly kept siding in, but in later years, just I needed room for other things. Plus, we also have kaijus and super poly, which helps get rid of those big threats. But yeah, definitely holds a special place in my heart. Number 7, Magicaribo. Such a great, helpful card for Dark Magician and Magician Girls. I know that a lot of Dark Magician decks don't play it, but I do. Well, I just like having the option. It's a card that can help keep you in the game, even if you have to be able to take damage from an attack or an effect beforehand. And recycling itself if a spellcaster is destroyed is an added bonus as well. I should have known they'd make a Karibo for Dark Magician eventually, and I love the design as well. I mean, it's just amazing. Chef's kiss. I still play it in both Dark Magician and Magician Girls, even today. Just to help out a lot. The only downside is it doesn't really help you that much late game, because if you can't survive an attack, then it sadly does nothing. But it's a case of I'd rather have it than not at all, even though it's more useful early to mid-game. But unfortunately I don't have a Magicaribo for my favourite hand trap collection, so I'll have to sort that out at a later date. Number 6, Speedroid Menko, which, funnily enough, I've never played in a Speedroid deck. But it's still a pretty cool hand trap and quite underrated. It's sort of like a budget battle fader. I think this is its only printing, actually. High Speed Riders. I don't think it got reprinted afterwards. I could be wrong. But this was something I randomly started playing in my Rainbow Neos deck in 2015 or 16. Because, I felt like I needed some sort of battle fader like hand trap. I think I was still playing battle fader in my Dark Magician deck at the time. I can't remember for sure. I know I did in Pendulum Dark Magician, and I wanted something similar to it for Rainbow Neos rather than Battle Fader itself. As my logic was to basically use it as an anti-OTK card, to just keep me in the duel, switch all attack mode monsters the opponent has to defense mode, and then hope I can pop off. And because it's a body I have on the field, I could then use Rainbow News's first effect to send the Menko to spin the opponent's monsters back. And I know what you're probably asking, why not just use Battle Fader instead? Well, there's one problem with Battle Fader. If it leaves the field after being special summoned by its own effect, it gets banished, and if I try to use Rainbow News's first effect on it, it will get banished, it didn't go to the graveyard, and then the effect just fizzles. Yeah, it wasn't ideal, so I wanted to have something similar. Or, if I don't send it for Rainbow News's first effect, I can use it for a rank 4 play. Because there were rank 4 I was playing in my Rainbow News deck at the time, so it's something that had multiple uses and was really great, and then it ended up becoming one of my top 10 favourite machines as well. A list that I already did like 6 years ago, I think. Speaking of favourite machines, this brings me to number 5, Swift Scarecrow, which I know is Dragon Master 25's favourite hand trap, but for me this is my 5th favourite, as well as my 7th favourite machine. Funny how that works, but yeah, just basically another version of Battle Fader, really, only it doesn't special summon itself. But yeah, still a useful card to just send and just end the battle phase and keep you safe. It is really annoying when it's used in Final Countdown time mods, but in decks that are actually fun and don't do things that don't let you play the game, it's just great. I mean, I haven't played it in a lot of decks, but when I was able to, it has been a big help. I don't think I'm playing it in my Yusei character deck. I'm not sure why. Yeah, if anything, it's still a great side card to side against anything that OTKs, although it's a bit difficult if it's a deck that both OTKs and puts out a board of negates, but if it just OTKs, then yeah, it's a great card to have. I kind of wish we had this like in 2005 and 6 when Stein OTK was just dominating over everything. Like, that would have been great to have back then. I mean, that's really all there is to say about it. Number 4, Karibo, the original hand trap. Like, the little guy that was basically a hand trap before hand traps were even a thing. Yeah, gotta love Karibo. Another card that can just keep you in the game, basically. Shame it only protects from damage from one attack, but even so, yeah, it's just still a great card to have. Doesn't get played a lot nowadays, obviously, except in its own archetype, but yeah, when it was played, it has proved to be a helpful asset. And yes, this is the original print from Metal Raiders. It's one of the 3 copies I got from 2 members of Team Sorcerers and Derek, Dell's Logos 3D printing. Wait, did I say Porch Pigeon for Life or Team Sorcerers? I don't know, it's been a long day, but either way, yeah, Creep was just awesome to have, and it's a dog, so if you're playing Chaos Monsters, that helps out a lot. Could even add to the dog count for Dark Armed Dragon as well. So yeah, very cool, very nostalgic. Gotta love it. Number 3 is a hand trap you either love or hate. Max C. Well, I know Max C can be toxic, and it quite rightly deserved to be banned, but at the same time I loved using Max C. It can be annoying when used against me, but I just loved having it on hand, and I really wish I had it like in 2012, especially when wind-ups were just doing nothing but loop the opponent. I mean, it would have been great. It was like, it could have been like, yes, keep trying to discard my entire hand, I'll just keep drawing more every time you special summon. But yeah, I wasn't so lucky. I mean, it was because at the time it had only had one printing, and it was just too expensive and too difficult to get. And it didn't get reprinted until the 2012 collectible tins. I forget which tin it was it came out in, but yeah, anyway. But yeah, Maxi did have its uses, like especially when it came to competitive matchups, and obviously I've never played with competitive decks, or at least not at the top, because I did play Dark Magic Swarm, which was the closest thing I was playing to a competitive deck. Yeah, it just really helped a lot, just giving me some extra cards that could help potentially turn the tide and fight back. Of course, unfortunately, I know it does work both ways, and just forced players into awkward positions where it's like, do I take the Maxi challenge and try and go for game, or do I just basically end my turn so they just don't get to draw anything? And yeah, I can see how that can be really infuriating, and like I said, it quite rightly deserved to be banned when it did. I mean, why it's still legal in Master Duel is beyond me. Although maybe it's because Ash Blossom just stops it too much. At least that's what I found in Master Duel games. Like, I swear, almost every time I activated Maxi myself, it got stopped by Ash Blossom, which was so fucking infuriating. Oh well. Number 2, Elemental Heroes Spirit of Neos. Hand trap for heroes. Yeah, this proved to be such a great asset for some of my hero decks. I say some because I only play it in Elemental Heroes, Rainbow Neos, and Neospatians. Like, that's it. I don't play it in anything else. But the Spirit of Neos was just great, and is another anti-OTK card, or at least it should be. Because again, in another Master Duel game, I was hoping it would save me from Tenpai Dragon, but they played a card that switched the battle positions. I was like, okay, I see where this is going. I'm just going to scoop and not give them the satisfaction. But other than that, it's an amazing anti-OTK card. You know, just just being battle immune, giving me a search and letting me switch out for a normal elemental hero if need be. And the best part is making it battle immune activates in the hand, so even if opponents try doing things to negate Spirit of Neos's effects afterwards, like with Imperm, Fiendish Chain, Effect Veiler, it would still be battle immune, and then unless they can remove it with an effect, they can't get rid of it. I mean, there have been times where I just wanted to sit behind it and just try and stay alive until I can figure out how to turn the tide of the duel, but other than that, or when I start switching out, it helps get a lot of plays rolling. And again, like I said, it's just been such a helpful asset for elemental heroes and Rainbow Neos, and yeah, I just don't want to be without it. And finally, in at number 1, my absolute favourite hand trap, as you can probably guess, because I mentioned it earlier, is Battle Fader. I fucking love Battle Fader, always have done. I mean, this is my favourite anti-OTK card. Just helping me stay alive, stop the opponent wiping me out in one turn, and more often than not, it gives me a chance to turn the tide of the duel and maybe even win. Just like in a Dark One matchup I had, I mean, 3 Graphers were about to game me, this denied them. I then get out Elemental Hero Shining for their Wingman and attack over Grapher and just take the win. So awesome. I've just wanted to have it in the main or the side, and yeah, it just saved my ass so many times. It was particularly helpful in both Legendary Hero and Dark Magician Hero. I also did play it for a brief time in Prismagician, yeah, I still play it, have it main decked like today, even if it's just in my Jinzo deck, because obviously playing traps in that deck isn't ideal, so I need other forms of protection. Which brings me to other uses that Battle Fader has. Tribute fodder, for instance. I mean, it's just great to use for a tribute summon. It can also again add on that extra level for a synchro play. Plus nowadays, it helps with link plays as well. I mean, you can easily turn this into a Link Karibo, like if you really wanted to as well. So yeah, it's just such a fun card, and that is why Battle Fader is still my favourite hand trap. And that's going to do it for this video. Thanks for watching, and let me know what your top 10 favourite hand traps are and why. Thanks for watching, stay safe, see you later.